Hello, hello. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. Oh, that was a mouthful. Barely get that all out. If you are new here, welcome. I usually make 3 cards. It all started kind of going from A to Z through all the different products and especially tools and how to use them and techniques. So if you are beginner and you really want to know things from the start, go back and look at my very first videos. They're all on here. We're almost at 200. So if you ever want to use, well, how can I use my cutter? How can I use a bone folder, Versamark, whatever, any of the inks, whatever it may be, there's probably a video for it. So if you're ever kind of wondering what you can do with something, go back and take a look. I also have them posted on YouTube. I think I am missing a chunk of them from the beginning. Hopefully I will get them on there eventually. So I do post, I do my live on Facebook and then I post them onto YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you say hi and let me know where you're watching from. If you have questions, I do check for comments, so please feel free to comment. Today I'm going to be playing with the heart-shaped bundle, which is in our Celebration catalog. It's one of the $150 freebies that you can get. It's been a really popular bundle and I haven't done it yet because it was back ordered. It was out of stock, so it's back now, so I'm doing it. So if you like it, you can always try and get your hands on it. The other thing is, being February, Stampin' Up! Yesterday just released a whole new set of Celebration items, and as far as I can tell, they're all in the $75 freebie range, and there's some amazing deals on. There's the whole alphabet a la mode dies, which are like $50 or $60 normally. You can get them for free if you spend $75. Like, it's crazy. They're probably not going to last long. There's a couple of stamp sets from the mini catalog that are available for free. One of them was on my list. I had it in there. I just looked before coming on and it's already not available. So things are going fast. They're very popular items because they're current items. Most of them, I think they're all current items. Anyways, so if you have some things on your list, make sure you go and look and see if they're on there. The other thing is they just put a whole new bunch of last chance items in the last chance items section of the shop. So there's some really good, like 50% off dies, stamps. There's like complete sets. To get the deal, you have to buy them separately. Like, don't buy the bundle because the bundle is regular price still, which is 10% off. But if you buy the stamp set separately at 50% off and then you buy the dies separately. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're off to pickleball. Yeah, there's no pickleball happening here. We are snow and still cold, although it's a little bit warmer. Anywho, yeah, so let me get you turned around. I did print out the items that are available for Celebration. I did not print out all the last chance items, but I will mention a few that I saw that were really good deals, but they're all while supplies last for the last chance items, so those you have to get on pretty quick. Let's get turned around here as my hand is in the way. Try and not too much. Hopefully, maybe I'll bring it down a wee bit, because you know me, I always seem to end up off the camera. Let me try and pull it up so I can see. Nope, that's not what I want. All right, where is the video? Here we go. Then I can see comments. Okay, we're a bit crooked. I don't know why it shows differently. So I have to go up this way. It looks totally opposite on my phone. Did I just go the wrong way? I totally did. That's why. I'm like, That doesn't look right. Hopefully that's better. I'll make you guys see sick. All right, so this is the heart-shaped bundle. It comes with, they're pretty simple. It's just a simple stamp set. You can see it's not necessarily for Valentine's. It's just a cute kind of anytime hello, just because I care. Thank you. And then very simple, just a sentiment label. And then this heart is kind of the star of the show. And then you can cut out flowers individually, or you can cut out the stamped 3 flowers. And then this is another just little sprig to put behind, and then some leaves. So very simple, but fun to use. Yeah, there are some, I liked it, but, well, and even the pictures in here, they're cute, but you know, like how many Valentine's cards do you do? Not very many, but then when you really look at the sentiments, you can see how nice it is. Anyways, okay, so here quickly are the new items that are on for celebration. So there's this ribbon, which I was trying to find because I know I have it, but I don't know where it is. It's really pretty, Night of Navy, and then it has like gold speckles in it. The Trusty Tools dies, these are really good standalone dies. I did a video, I think I did a video, or maybe it was I think it was in a video. These are great. You do not need the stamp set for this. There's this kit to make some plants, framed plants. This is the one that went on back order that I wanted. So this is the Alphabet a la Mode dies that are available. There's this punch, another kit, the beautiful butterflies, which is in our current mini catalog. The bee builder punch. So I showed you the new bee, I can't remember what it's called, as part of the scrapbook stuff. And this is part of last year's stuff, which is in the annual catalog. So you can also still get the punch. There's these beautiful brass butterflies that are really fun to use. And then this Planted Paradise is a stamp set that's in the annual catalog. It doesn't have dies that match, so you kind of have to fussy cut, which I'm guessing maybe makes it a little less, like I wish it had dies, because but it's actually, so this makes it look really small because they're reversible stamps, and to fit it all here it looks pretty small, but they are quite large, so they're fairly easy to cut out. So, and then this was already there, it's just the way it printed. There's also 2 new kits that just got released for this month. This one looks absolutely gorgeous. It's called Heirloom Arrangements Kit. And it's kind of like a, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Not grunge. I can't think of the word. But there's so many ways that you can put it together. Like, look at all these beautiful cards. It's one that you could really kind of make your own and go with it. There's a ton of ephemera pieces. Vintage, that's what I was looking for. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then this is the other kit. So this kit I think is like 32, I want to say, and then this one's 20-ish, because this one doesn't have any stamps, whereas the other one had a stamp set to go with it. This one is all just kind of punch out the ephemera and put it together, so great for a beginner, or if you have lots of other pieces and parts that you can create your own, it's a good one for that. So those are the 2 new ones. Then I just wanted to quickly mention I have a birthday card crank coming up. I did set it for February 22nd. However, I've had a lot of people that want to do the class that aren't available. So I'm looking at maybe moving it to March 1st. So if either of those dates work and you want to join, the event is on my Facebook page, and you can go into the forms and fill it out to register, or if you have questions, you can always message me and let me know. Okay, that is, I think, everything. Oh, no, it's not. One more thing. So, as you probably have already heard me say, unless you're new here, there is the starter kit that's available right now. That's a really good deal for Celebration. And the only thing I wanted to add to that is that they just released a whole bunch of new online exclusives that are available to pre-order as a demonstrator starting now. So if you like to get your hands on the newest, latest, greatest without dealing with back orders, you can always get a really good deal on the starter kit, and you are able to put those pre-order items into your starter kit as part of your products. So if that interests you as well, let me know and we'll get you hooked up. Okay. Oh, and then, so for the last chance items, you don't need to see my chicken scratch. The Zinnia dies and stamp set were available, whether they still are. They're both half price at least. There's the Latte Love. The dies are like 60% off at least. The Magnolia Mood dies, which I did a video on not long ago, they're half price. And then the Encircled in Nature stamp and die sets are at least 50% off. So go check out the last chance items because they are a great deal. Okay. Card number 1. Now before I do card number 1, I wanted to, so I needed color inspiration, and I didn't necessarily want Valentine's, but I kind of maybe Valentine's colors. So there are these color cubes that I purchased. They're not through Stampin' Up. They're by Sarah Renee Clark. They have a whole ton of color inspiration. There are sections for like Christmassy, Valentine's, but they're all kind of, some of them are outdoorsy or wintry or so sometimes when I want to push myself outside my comfort zone, this is kind of what I go to. Although now Stampin' Up! Does have the color wheel, so I probably should. My only thing with the color wheel is they didn't put all of the colors in there. They didn't put the, what do you call them? I can't think of what they're, the in colors, that's what I'm looking for. So it's kind of, it's sad. It doesn't, if I'm looking for one specific color to put with other colors and it's not there, it's hard. But then you've probably seen me use these before. As demonstrators, you have access to color inspirations. So I printed them out. I glued them onto cardstock and then I laminated them just so they last longer. But so when I pull a card out like this, it does have the, what do you call it? The color number. I can't think. My goodness, my words are bad today. But it also gives you kind of a color range, like lighter to darker. So if you're having troubles, like here, this one's beige. This is basic beige. It's a little more, but I ended up using this. You could probably use smoky slate. And then the rose tan, I thought, slash terracotta was close to the moody mauve. And then raspberry, I ended up using the melon mambo. And then for apricot, I used the petal pink. So you can see they're not the same, but kind of the same. So that's just kind of how I came up with my colors for these cards. So let's just set all these pieces aside. I did use a second piece from the Celebration items. This is the Starstruck embossing folder. It is available in the Celebration catalog, so it's been available for the month of January so far and will be, I guess, as long as it's available. So I pre-embossed a sheet with that, and then I'm going to I think I want to do this one first. So I pre-die cut a square using the Stylish Shapes dies. And then I have my heart. I didn't clean it overnight. And of course, being brand new, my melon mambo kind of stained only parts of it. I might have to melon mambo it all the way around, but I thought that was kind of funny looking. Okay, so I'm gonna two-tone the heart, as you can tell, kind of tell by the look of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp with my lightest color, so my petal pink. So I've got that. And then I'm going to take my Melon Mambo and I'm going to take a blender brush and set that aside. And then I'm just going to pick up some color with my blender brush and I'm going to tap it in the same places since it's all marked out for me. You could do like kind of on the bottoms if you wanted. Like you can do as much or as little as you want. And I'll huff on it. And you just don't want to go from dark, like stamp it in the dark and then try and blender brush with the light, because then your blender brush will pick up that dark. And if you're kind of going back and forth, then you run the risk of contaminating your ink pad. But if you're just doing it the one time, then you can take this onto a scrap paper and rub it off. So it's not, you can do it. So then I have my two-tone stamped heart. Then I want to put a heart on top of it, but rather than do solid cardstock, I'm going to use my blender brush again. And I'm going to use the petal pink. And actually, I'm going to make 3 blender brush splotches of these colors, because I already know for my other cards. Actually, maybe it can wait. I'll just do this one for now. It looks like I have another pink on here. I don't have my paper towels. That's okay. It just won't be. It'll be petal pink combined with something. Okay, hopefully this is small enough to fit in the mini. Okay, so that's enough there. And then let me just wipe this so that I don't stick my cards in it. And we're going to take our little mini die here. And we've got the plate 1 and 2. Should be able to fit. So run it through there. And then we take it out. And we've got this piece, and then we've got, now I'm not going to get rid of this piece because I'm actually using it on another card. It's pretty. I don't think it needs to be, even though it has those edges, it still looks like a heart. So I'm going to use that on another card, so I'm just going to set that over here. And then we have our heart, and I'm just going to put it, if you want to pop it up, I would suggest putting a piece of paper onto our adhesive foam sheets and then cutting it out. I don't know how well it'll do with such a delicate, I should have tried it, but I'm just going to glue it. I'm going to glue it straight down, but I'm not gluing the whole thing down. I'm just going to put dots here and there, not too many of them. So there's still like some leaves kind of popping up. They're not, it's not solid on there. And you can see the heart just matches the stamped heart, and I'm going to put my block on top of here to help glue that down. And then while we're waiting for that, we can take, I have my card base, which is just thick basic white. And then I've got this piece, which I can glue down or pop up, but I think because, I'm gonna glue it down just because it's a little bit curled. I had wet it to run it through and then I didn't put anything on it, so it kind of curled on me. If if you're wondering why it's curling. It's the user, not the paper. The nice thing with the glue is it's forgiving in terms of being able to move it. So that just adds some texture to the background. And then I've got a piece of the basic beige. And then I've got a teeny tiny piece here that I'm going to stamp hello on and emboss with white. The hello is so teeny tiny. It's so cute. I should re-ink my Versamark. Kind of put it in the middle so I have some wiggle room to fit it. And then I'm just going to get my white. Oh, shoot. Hopefully it's okay. It got stamped on a little bit when I dropped it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my try and pick it up with the. I think that's okay. I cheated a little. Okay. Like a brush, just because it's so small and delicate, the brush would have just knocked it all off. So this way, hopefully it'll work. If not, I'll do it again. Looks like it's fine. Okay, and then we'll take this, and what I did is I forgot that I actually stuck it under here, so I probably should have checked, but I'm gonna cut it kind of at an angle to try and match the heart, but it doesn't have to be exact. I'm gonna go up here a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut this side because we don't need it that long. And then we'll put a bit of glue so I can slide it and not have it stick. You could pop it up if you wanted to. I kind of liked having it tucked underneath here. And then it's just a matter of putting it all together. And you can use the heart die cut separately, or you can, I find it just makes it look a lot fuller when you have the stamped image, and then you get more colors in there too. And then I'm just going to pop this up with some dimensionals. And then if you really want to add some bling, oh shoot, I forgot my ribbon. I tied a ribbon around here originally. I wonder if I can just be very, let's see. Let's see if we can fake it. Okay, and then I'm just going to use so. And then we'll tie a bow. Totally faking this. Oops, I barely cut that at an angle. Oh my goodness. This is petal pink ribbon that is from the storybook suite. It's really pretty with the scalloped edges. Okay, I need to get my ribbon scissors out. This isn't working for me. I have an old pair. These are from Stampin' Up. They don't sell them anymore, unfortunately, but I've always had them my dedicated ribbon scissors, so they're nice and sharp. I could just get a second pair of snips and use them, but that's kind of, and then you can just use a glue dot. And then, like I said, you can add some bling if you really want to bling it up. I think you could use, this is a bit too pink with the, so I'm going to use the whitish ones. There's small ones and big ones. Like so. Isn't that pretty? And it's just a hello card. Actually, you know what? If you change this to love or something, I think this would make a really pretty wedding card. Hadn't thought of that. But yeah, it is elegant. It would make for a nice, simple wedding or anniversary card. All right, so our next card, just remove all this stuff here. Who took the way? They stick to everything, but they don't ever want to go in the garbage, these backings. All right, second one, this one. So next, I've kept with the same color theme. We've got our one heart from our last card, and I'm going to make 2 more hearts with the other 2 pinks. So I'm just going to set all this aside and bring this page out, and then we need this one and the Moody Mauve. So I'm going to take that dark pink, the bigger brush this time, and we'll just okay, and then we need our, where did the Moody Mauve go? I lost it. Here it is. So for this one, I'm going to use dark purple. And you can see I've got like these lines. I find as it dries, it does smooth, and I'm just going fast too. And since I'm cutting it out, I'm not too worried about it being exact. I want it to look kind of not perfect. That's kind of the point of blending it. Otherwise, I could use a solid piece of cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to take that and we'll cut these 2 out. All right, thanks for stopping in, Linda. You can watch the replay to see the other 2 cards. All right, so we've got our Melon Mambo. You could go back and cut without taking this out, but that it doesn't cut as well when you have something stuck in there. So it's good to take the time to take that piece out. Then we will do this last one here. And then we've got our 3 different hearts. I'll just pop this out before I forget about it. You can use these pieces on another card. Okay. Then I'm going to take these and I'm going to take a water painter and I'm going to just take out some water and put it on my, oh, this has kind of got some color to it, but I just want some water. And I'm going to try to attempt to splatter my hearts. I'm like the world's worst splatterer. I don't know. I think it works better with a regular brush personally, but now I can't even see where my water is. The glass is so hard. It's hard to see where the water is. And then it takes a bit for the water to react with the ink. So sometimes there is a lot of splatter and I don't realize it. And I just keep going. All right, let's pick up whatever water there is. So we've got our, I don't know if you can see that, but there's some splatter there. Then we're going to take our, oh, I forgot to score this. Bring out my scoring here. So right now it's just the regular 5.5 by 4 1/4. I want to score my front piece 1 inch in. So basically this was 4 1/4. So now we're gonna go to 5 1/4 to measure, and then we're just gonna score that front piece there. Because I am making, I think it's called the book binding card, where it looks like it has a book binding to it. And I'm not going to forget my ribbon this time. So before I glue this part down to look like a binding, I'm going to put my pieces here. So I have a piece of basic beige and white, and I'm going to stick those down. What happened here? It's like stuck. Doesn't even want to roll. That's weird. I've never had that happen before. Oh dear. Oh, it's really... What the heck happened here? It's all stuck. Okay, let's see if that helps. So I used to have issues with the olds. It looks like, oh, there's something's not right here. Why is it doing this? Why is there all this extra? But see, now it's caught again. What is it doing? Why is it doing that? I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. never noticed that before. Let's see, maybe it's just me. Okay, so I've got that. Yeah, no, this is not how it should be. It should not be on top. Okay, we're gonna not use that right now. It's a brand new one I just put in there, so I don't know what happened. Okay, so on my card that I made before, I glued this down and then I put the ribbon to the back, but I think I want to put the ribbon on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to punch my hole. I'm going to show you how to do, it's not a faux bow, but it's just I find it easier to do my bows this way. So you're going to come up with your ribbon. And if you're making a bow, you want to leave a long enough tail to make a bow. And then you're going to come around. You're going to wrap it all the way around. Oops. Wait. Yeah. This way to this way and up. And then you're going to make just as long a tail. And then you're going to bring it through again on this side. Oops. Unless you drop it. Okay, so you want this to be flat. And then you want to pull one of the tails on one side of the ribbon and the other one on the other side. It should be, it sits nice and flat in here. So when you want to glue it down, it'll be okay. And then you're just going to tie a knot. And then you could cut it just like this, or you can add a bow. Part of me thinks maybe I'll just do, instead of a bow, which I left, maybe I'll make a bow now that I left my tails so long. But it just all stays tied down, so to me it makes it easier to tie the bow because it's all, you're not trying to hold it in place while tying the bow, which is nice. Okay, so you've got your bow, and now you want to glue that down. And since you could use tear and tape, but I'm just going to use glue here because that's what I have out. I'm just going to hold that down. And then you have a nice clean back to your card. Okay, then we've got the middle pieces here that we can glue down again. Since I'm not stamping on these, I don't have to worry about, oh, I almost forgot, which I probably should have done before I even did that part, but that's okay. I'm going to add more splatter onto the back of this. This is my splatter card. So I'm going to do it with Petal Pink. And so we will come in with our water again and whoop. There we go. Now we got some good splatter going. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. We'll just grab the heat tool here and dry it up. Okay, then we can put this down. Now that our splatter is there. I'm just going to put it in the center here. And then I simply can add these with some dimensionals. I tried putting these on opposite hearts and going around and making it look different, but I didn't love it. So I don't know, this one has, if you don't know that this is the inside of a cutout heart, to me they just look like cool hearts. Probably do not need 3 big ones for these little hearts. Could use the little ones, but this is what I had out. And then I'm going to put the one on the top. It just fits, so I'm going to, and then the very bottom, and then I'll squish the middle one in so that it's centered as much as possible. Then you've got your 3 hearts. Then we need a sentiment, and there's that beautiful scripty thank you. And on my other one I'm gonna try using maybe mauve. I did it in Melon Mambo on my last one. I just feel like changing it up. Yeah, I think I like that. Thanks, Yolande. I didn't even know you were watching. Okay. So we've got those. We'll make a little banner. I do not like, I usually use my punch. See, even using the trick of going up the middle first, I still manage to mess it up somehow. I just prefer using the punch, but that's okay. I think it's still got a little too much weight here. And this one just feels like it's a little too long. There we go. And then if you want to, you can pop that up as well. And then you have a nice thank you card. So say if you got married and you were wanting thank you cards to give for all your gifts, these would make great thank you cards. All right. It's like I'm in a wedding theme or something. Okay, so no, you could add sparkles to that if you wanted to. I did not. My last card is the wow. The wow card. I don't know if I've done a wow card lately. Wow just means it's usually the fancier of the bunch. And the only reason I say it is a wow card is because I am using, oh, hang on. I forgot to grab them. I hadn't washed them And so I quickly washed them this morning and then I forgot to grab them. So I'm using stencils from the Linked Together bundle. So it has a stamp set that it coordinates with this, but it's not like, it doesn't match. It's mostly sentiments and stuff. And then this one has the dies, and it has a bunch of stencils that can layer one over on top of each other. I'm using 3 of them today, and you'll see, oh, that's the other thing I forgot. My goodness, so unorganized. Okay, my favorite tool. I really hope that Stampin' Up! Comes out with some kind of photopolymer mat like this, because the more they come out with stencils, the more a grip mat is so useful, and you will see why right away here. It's just so much easier than putting tape down and trying to get to hold it so that it doesn't move. You know, you just stick everything down and it's stuck and it's good. And then I'm just gonna take what should I take? This one maybe? And I'm gonna mark. Usually you can kind of tell where it is, but I'm just gonna mark where this is so I can line up my stencil, my next stencil. And then, so this, I want to keep it very light, because this whole, to me, is a nice light kind of look. So I'm gonna try and be very light-handed with this and keep it on the light side. You could go monotone and just do the same color over and over and just keep going darker every time. But for this one, I'm going to use 3 different colors. So I'm just going to pull the stencil up. You can see how well it sticks. And then I've got my nice light stencil there. And then if I put this here and lay it up there, it should technically be lined up in the right place. Then we're gonna take, what did I do? I think we're gonna take Melon Marble. And this one I really want to be light-handed. I really don't want it to be dark. So I'm barely putting pressure down. I'm just kind of lightly hovering above. Oh, that's so pretty. And then, so there's the Melon Mambo and the Petal Pink underneath. And then we're gonna take our Moody Mauve. Let me wipe this. We need the purple. We need a stencil. Stencil will help. All right, and then we're gonna line this up again. And you can, I don't know if you can see on the camera, you can see that if it's lined up or not. And then you can just suction that down. And again, we want to be very light about it. And sometimes it looks like there isn't much. And if you feel like there isn't much, just lift it up and take a look before you kind of go and I'll go, oh, I'll do a little bit more, and then you'll be like, oh, it's too much. So you can see how much is there. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Just go a little bit. Right here. Oops. Oh, better be careful where I put that. Okay, so I'm good with that. Wipe this. And for the grip mat, I just have to wipe it with a wipe, a baby wipe. And then these I'll just wash in the sink and let them dry. All right, so that's our background. And then if you don't want your paper to curl, you can just simply bend the grip mat to get it off. There are many companies, I don't know if Michael's has, but there's many companies that have the grip mat if you're looking for one. So anyways, that is kind of the nice soft but punchy background. Then we've got, where's all my pieces and parts? Oh, I hear my pupper's getting into trouble. I think she's mad at me. What you doing? It's been cold. So I've got a heart that's cut with the Moody Mauve, just the cardstock this time, not, I guess I could have used but I kind of wanted the darker because everything else is blended. So instead of being soft, this is kind of the star of the show, I guess. And then I used this other heart that has this beautiful design in it. And this is from the, I need my block to hold it down. The marbled, like hearts of, the online exclusive one that has the beautiful paper. It's called Hearts of Elegance. So it's this one. So these hearts are actually pretty, they're not meant to match, but they are pretty close to the same shape of heart. So if you wanted to use, if you were looking for hearts, solid hearts, if you have this one, you could dig into that one. Okay, and then we need while that is drying, I am going to cut out the sentiment. I really like the Just Because I Care. So once again, I'm going to use my Versamark and the anti-static tool. I like to stamp it first and then cut it out because then I can, I don't know, I find it easier to have it lined up nicely rather than trying to stamp it and line it up. Maybe it's just me, but that just seems to be the way that works best for me. Everyone has their preferences. Okay. Oh, and then this is probably too wide to go through. So I'll just cut it here. And then we'll bring out the little boss. Not the big boss, the little boss. And then just line it up. You could tape it down if it's wiggling around on you. With some washi tape or some craft tape that won't tear. And then you have the just because I care. Okay, then we have another piece of thick basic white. My cards are all white today. I guess because I went with one color theme. I thought about changing it up because I had picked 2 different cards, and then I was trying to cut the stuff and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna I can't just go from this to this exactly. Like I just felt like the pinks that I had pulled out for that one weren't they didn't have enough contrast, and so like what I did with this one with the Melon Mambo and Petal Pink, I wasn't able to do with that other color combo. So I'd have to find a more similar contrasting, and I just didn't have what I needed, I guess. So this is nice, and so you'll see the one I did do, I went a bit darker on the Melon Mambo, and I think I probably could have gone a bit darker. I'm gonna pop this up. I might put them. Just when it's that long, it might end up not having that shadow right in the middle there. Okay, and then we're going to take our heart, now that it's glued down. So you can see it does, I didn't do that good. It could have been a little bit straighter, but it doesn't fit perfectly, but I feel like it's close enough, and I really liked the design. It kind of gave it that texture. I guess you could use an embossing folder and put texture onto a piece of white and then cut out the heart first and then do that. So you could have the same similar look without, if you wanted a different heart. But I think, oh, I ended up cutting 2 for the other one because I wanted to pop it up a little bit. So maybe I will do that, but you get the idea. I'll finish that after. So here's the finished one. You can see it's a bit darker. The Melon Mambo stands out a bit more. And I added these purple sequins, which are in the Sale-a-bration. It's one of the freebies you can get. I love, love, love them. As you can tell, I'm using them all up. So that is the 3rd and wow card. And then we had our thank you. And then we have our hello. So those are my cards for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed them. Don't forget to go have a look at the last chance items. Take a look at the new Sale-a-bration freebies. And if you're interested in doing the starter kit to get access to some of the new online exclusives, I haven't put my order in, so I won't be able to give you sneak peeks for at least a week and a half. So anyways, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week and have a good weekend, and we will see you next Wednesday. All right, take care. Bye.